here with Cheryl Jamison, who is the culinary editor of New Mexico Magazine, along with the author of Smoke and Spice. So, what are we making today?
Well, thanks for coming up to our backyard today. This is really a
course.
treat to have you out here. And we're going to be barbecuing.
Okay.
I was really thrilled that this month, editors, my bosses, decided that it would be lovely to do an excerpt from the new edition of a 20-year-old book by myself and my husband, Bill, called Smoke and Spice.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about what makes something real barbecue.
Okay.
And that is real wood.
Okay.
Now, you can get a smoked effect in a regular grill if you just have a gas grill or charcoal grill at home, and we'll make a little foil pouch full of some wood chunks here in just a minute for that. But you can also use something as small as this if you have a little, like a stovetop smoker.
Okay.
See, that's just little tiny sawdust. Or if you have a big pit smoker, like something you do a whole hog in,
Yeah.
you might use something serious like this. You know, these are oak logs from here in New Mexico.
Okay.
So we have the grill, and we have a dedicated smoker here behind us too. But let's get this ready for, like, if we were going to use the grill. Now, these are hickory chunks. Well, they're chips really, but they're not so tiny that they're going to burn up just immediately. And
Okay.
that's a really important thing, because this is a low and slow cooking technique, and you always have to have smoldering wood. It's really that smoke, the hot smoke that cooks
really
the food.
makes it. Okay.
Yes, that's what we do for real barbecue.
All right, and then you also have
Okay.
corn.
Oh, we are going to have a lot of stuff to barbecue. We are going to do corn on the cob.
Okay.
We're going to do pork chops. Oh, we're going to finish, it's not smoked, but we have a really wonderful peanut butter pie for dessert too. For a little
Great.
treat, all from Smoke and Spice.
All right, well, I can't wait, so we'll get started in just a minute. Hey, I'm back with Cheryl Jamison, who's the culinary editor for New Mexico Magazine. All right, so we have our wood chips in the grill. What's next?
That's right. Okay, wood, the most important part of the flavoring, but we have lots of other little tidbits of information to give for making these just have a full range of flavor.
Yeah.
So we have these really thick pork chops. These are called double cut, and what we want to do is make a pocket in them, because we're going to stuff them with a little mixture that you're going to make up here.
Okay.
And to make a pocket, we want to stand it on its side
All right.
and cut straight down, and this is easier when they're very cold, as they are. And you can go down, you can probably feel the bone at the bottom there.
Oh, okay.
But you want to make sure that you're not cutting through either side of the chop. And what we'll end up with is a nice little place to put our stuffing, our
right.
filling. And that is going to be a mixture of cornbread or maybe some white bread, and we have all of our other ingredients here for that. We've got
Okay.
some green bell pepper and some onion and celery, sage. Ooh, great flavors for pork.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pork's
So
a
there
great
are
way to kick
specific
off the summer.
flavors that are
Yeah.
better with pork.
Yeah, I think so. I think sage is a really great flavor with pork. Okay, and so we just have these cuts here where we're going to put that filling. Yeah. All right.
Mine's
Let's
a
see.
littler pocket.
Yeah, let's get yours just a little bit bigger. We can, yeah, because we want to stuff it pretty full in there. Yeah. Okay, but you just don't want to go through the sides.
Yeah.
And this is different than butterflying something, which is when you cut it so that it comes totally open and flat.
Oh, okay.
So this is really stuffing it, you know, into a little interior pocket.
Cool.
Okay, well, we've got the chops ready to go. Now, a couple of other seasonings we're going to do, but first the filling. And this is all going to be cooked so we can use our porky fingers here. Okay, we have some breadcrumbs, cornbread crumbs.
Oh, okay.
And into that, we're going to mix some other ingredients. We have onion and green pepper. We also have some dried plums,
Oh.
prunes, and some sage. Sage is, what I was telling you, is such a good flavor with
Oh, yeah.
pork. Yeah. And so those are all going to go together in here with a little bit of butter too.
All right, I love butter.
Oh yeah.
I'm a fan of
Oh
butter.
yeah. Oh, and once we have all this together, and we're just going to cut those into slightly smaller pieces.
So when you cook it, does it continue to crunch, or is it?
By the time it
not
cooks
crunchy?
down, actually, that's a good question, because with barbecuing, it's a very slow cooking technique. So to cook these pork chops, they need about 2 hours. The corn, about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay.
And the upside of that is that once it's ready to go in the smoker, it takes care of itself pretty much.
Yeah.
And also, it's very difficult to burn anything because
good.
you're working with a temperature that's around 200 degrees.
Need
So if you get busy be, you know, talking to your friends or your family on your Memorial Day barbecue
It's
and all of
okay.
that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be okay. Let's put a little bit of sage in here too.
Okay.
All right. And maybe, let's see, need some chicken stock.
Oh, okay. That's what that is.
Okay, yeah.
And then you just mix it around.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. Our butter was melted. It's a little
Still
cooler
butter,
out
still
here this
delicious.
morning still. Yes, but we're going to mix that into it. Yeah. Oh.
Some butter in there.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So what's
Okay,
the right
now.
texture? Is that
Uh-huh.
about
It
right?
would be a little bit like a Thanksgiving turkey dressing.
Okay.
You don't want it super moist because the pork chop is going to be nice and juicy and make it kind of juicy itself because of the meat, you know, juices as
Oh,
it
okay.
cooks.
Yeah.
But you want it to have a little bit of moisture going in too.
Okay.
So I think we could use just a little bit more.
All right.
And yeah,
Okay.
okay. Then we just stuff.
All right. And just stick it in there.
Uh-huh.
Push it all in. Okay.
You want to do the other one?
Sure.
Okay. So it's going to get a little fatter.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Okay, just put it over here for a minute.
Got it.
Yeah. And now we want a seasoning for the outside of the food. And in barbecue, it's very traditional to do a dry rub, which is just a mixture of dry spices. In this case, we have brown sugar,
Okay.
black pepper, and salt. It's pretty simple. But we're going to mix it into what we call a seasoning paste. And here we have some onion, and it's all minced up. And we're going to mix in those dry seasonings. Add just a touch of oil.
Okay.
This pork can sometimes be a little dry.
Yeah.
And just a touch of either chicken stock or, oh heck, you could use some whiskey or beer or whatever else is.
Something.
Yes, okay. So we get a little thick paste
Yeah.
like that.
Okay.
All right, and now we're going to put that on the outside of these chops. And we can just smear those with our fingers here too.
Okay.
And so once we have the pork stuffed, and now we've added the seasoning paste, the simple seasoning paste, now those will be ready to go into the smoker. And the other thing that we can do is get our corn ready too, if you want to just rinse your
right.
hands off on this.
Well, we can do
Yeah,
that when
okay.
we return.
All right.
Hey, we're back with Cheryl Jameson. We just put the pork chops in the grill. So that
Oh,
about 2
yes.
hours?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
right.
we also put some corn. So what did we do with the
Oh,
corn?
the corn is real simple. You just take an ear of corn on the cob, and then you pull back the husks and such. And if you want, you could just smear butter or olive oil.
Okay.
Or if you like meat, and it is
Yes,
the
we do.
Memorial Day. Oh my goodness, meat! All we have to
Wrap
do.
it in bacon.
Wrap
Bacon
it in
makes everything
bacon.
better.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you just
And then
put
we
that
just
in
put
the
that
grill
in there.
also.
That's all we had to do. And you can tie it up at the top if you want, very cutely. And you have a bacon corn ear package.
Yum. Okay, so
Oh,
when
yum.
you pull it out, it looks
This
like
is what we
this.
have. These are our
Beautiful.
finished pork chops. And you can just see some of that good stuffing falling out of the side there. And I don't want to touch it myself because I now have my hand that's been in the bacon. But you can. And see, we've got one that I did with oil earlier. And then this one with the bacon. And then you just pull the bacon away. Of course, you could eat it if you wanted to.
Okay. So the bacon's more just for flavor.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes.
And a delicious
All
flavor
right.
it is. Okay.
And,
this
dessert.
masterpiece.
Yes, you can
Tell us about
actually make something like this as a cool, creamy finish to a smoky meal. And this
Okay.
is a peanut butter pie. This is kind of an old Southern idea. It's peanut butter mixed with cream cheese, a little bit of powdered sugar in a graham cracker crust, one that you make yourself or you can buy it at the store. And if you really want to gild the lily, you can put a little bit of chocolate sauce on the top.
Do I just drizzle
Oh,
it?
you can drizzle it over the whole thing, or people can drizzle it over one slice. Make a pretty design.
Well, I'll try.
All
I'm
right.
not the best at making pretty designs.
Yeah.
but I love chocolate and peanut butter.
And we are smoking with all of this good stuff from Smoke and Spice and New Mexico Magazine's
That's right.
June issue.
All right. So if you
Look
want to
at
find
that.
out any more information about this delicious recipe, just go to casa.com and click on the Style tab.